Hello and welcome to Discourse of Peacocks and my second edition of 5 Minute Fridays. Let's get straight into it to try and keep the video as short and as concise as I humanly can. I'm going to get my phone at the ready so that, because again, I haven't figured out the timer yet, so we're going old school and I'm going to put an actual timer on it. Today's topic, so that I can introduce it before I actually hit start. Otherwise, I'm gonna go into meltdown because it's just gonna be way too fast for my little brain to compute. Today's topic is my top 10 Leeds United moments. Now, these aren't necessarily going to be moments that are super obvious. They're not all kind of result based. Well, actually, I think the majority of them are, but there are moments that are special to me. And this list is actually really quite difficult. It's going to be probably this. If I manage to get this list and explain comprehensively each one of these points in 5 minutes, I'm putting it along the same lines as childbirth. Like I'm going high. If I make it, then it's potentially right up there with me mastering childbirth. So yeah, if I get it, then you've got to give me some props in the chat. Right, let's start with 5 minutes. Let's see for the ring light. There we go. 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to try and put these in some sort of order, but the last three especially are incredibly difficult. So we're going to start with 10, which is the Liverpool 2-1 game. Obviously, it was in the relegation season, so there were very few shining lights in that season. Rodrigo with the opening goal, thanks to Brendan Aronson pestering, I think it was Joe Gomez, I think, at right back. I can't quite remember. But obviously, Meslier had a fantastic game that game. Liverpool should have won that game with the amount of shots that we conceded. But was Nonto, Bamford miscontrol / assist, and then Somerville goal, which was absolutely incredible. And I think that was his birthday weekend as well. I've just realised I've almost gone on a minute for about that. So right, next one, number 9, Joffrey goal against Norwich. Everything looked so down and out because of the fact that we had just conceded the equaliser about 2 minutes before that. I think that was about the 89th or 90th minute. I think actually the board for 6 minutes had just gone up when that happened, and Rafinha, as he did a lot in that season, just took the game by the scruff of the neck, got up the pitch. Everybody thought that he'd overcooked it, made the perfect cutback, and Joffrey was bang in the middle of the goal. And I think I remember Tony DeRigo saying exactly where a number 9 should be, bang in the middle of the goal. Number 8, the 2021 season, we did not lose at home to any of the big six. Few results I remember: 1-1 Liverpool, 1-1 Man City, 0-0 with Scum. I think we got 0-0 with Arsenal and Chelsea, and then I think we beat Tottenham. I think did we beat them 3-0 that game? I can't remember. Anyway, we didn't lose to the big six all that season. Number 7, I'm really going to have to hurry these up. Number 7, Liverpool 4-3, the Mark Viduka game. I was only tiny when that game actually came out in November 2000, but during lockdown, they were showing it constantly on Sky. So I've seen that Leeds game probably more than I've seen most other Leeds United games. But I also want to throw back to the 2021 season, the 4-3, the opening game of the season, where we had Jack Harrison opening the scoreline for us in the Premier League. Interesting, if slightly downhearted fact, he also closed the scoring for our time in the Premier League as well. Bamford and Click also scored in that game. Chelsea, number 6, Chelsea 3-0. I don't think I really need to say anymore. Bamford Aronson, no look goal. Rodrigo, I think he got a brace in that game. We were just absolutely on fire, and that was right at the beginning of the season, and we thought it was all going to be sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, and obviously it didn't turn out that way. Number 5, God, come on, I've got a minute and a half. 5, Leicester 3-1, Archie Gray. what a goal. I know it doesn't go down as his goal, but, in our hearts, let's face it, it's going down as an Archie Gray goal. Number 4, Birmingham 4-5. That was if you were to explain to somebody how exciting football was under Marcelo Bielsa, show them that game. It will make you feel every possible human emotion that you can, and you then have to times it by 10. And that is what Marcelo Bielsa gave us all. Speaking of the big man, number 3, Bielsa hugging his assistant after the Dan James goal against Burnley in 3-1. It was that game. And I remember saying to my husband, I wish I was his assistant because he just looks like he gives the best teddy bear hugs ever, ever, ever. Number 2 and number 1, I was so torn as to which one to go for. Number 2, Rafinha. At the Brentford game, obviously he earned us and scored us the pen. He provided the corner for the Jack Harrison winning goal, and then he was crowd surfing with all of the fans and his girlfriend and family, and then he crawled across the pitch, thanking God for keeping Leeds United up that game. That reaffirmed my love of football. But the game where I truly thought this is the sport for me was the Man City game of 2-1 Stuart Dallas brace. The fact that we were down to 10 men, the fact that we were the underdogs, we'd had 2 shots on target that entire game, and we won 2-1. We didn't deserve it, but we did. Oh my God. Done it. Oh gosh. Right. Thank God. Sorry if that came out in an utter mass of energy right near the end, because I spent so long dawdling probably over the Liverpool game at the beginning. But I'm really pleased with the fact that I did manage to yet again get that in 5 minutes. I do want to make a quick, I know that my 5 minutes are over, but quick honourable mention to the Norwich 4-0 game from last season, because that was also another game where we were just so dominant and it was just so much fun. The atmosphere at Ellen Road was absolutely electric, and more like that, please. Let me know what your thoughts are. What are your top picks? You don't have to go for a top 10 if you don't want to, but if you do, I read every single comment. I try and comment and reply back to as many as possible. But yeah, let me know what your top moments are. I'm presuming a lot of you will have moments that far outdate my journey with Leeds United, but I would be fascinated to hear any personal stories of things that maybe happened to you at a Leeds match that aren't necessarily strictly Leeds related, any kind of personal memories, going with parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, anything like that. I really love hearing and reading all of your comments. So obviously I've got to do the standard YouTubey thing of like, comment, subscribe, become a channel member if you so wish. It really, really is truly appreciated, and all of your kind comments and words and encouragement and everything do not go unnoticed. So thank you once again for those, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.